So I thought we'd do a little video talking about some of the new science and just new information that we're getting about glutathione and a lot of the supplements that I started talking about on this channel, just a few years ago. Now, while I have not been on many of these, like especially last year, um, I definitely am still taking in new information and basically just securing like my dream skin routine, which for everyone is going to look a little different because it just depends on how much money you have to spend. Um, and how much time do you want to put in it? I'm trying something that I can keep up for at least a full year and that I can make on my own, and I detail all of that on Patreon. But one of the things that like we're starting to get more information about NAC. Now, thankfully, it is back on the market in the US. It's like easier to get. I don't think they ever like successfully banned it. Oh, if you guys hear me moving around, I'm putting on my makeup. I don't think they ever like successfully banned it, but they scared everyone off of like a lot of websites from selling it, which made the ones that did sell it either spike it up really high or basically run out. But now, that's over. It's easier to find. With that being said, now that more people have heard about NAC and more people are using it, we're starting to see how NAC can go wrong. First off, it is not for everybody. And I don't know, I just feel like if I'm going to have this channel, then I need to be honest about just some of the risks that you can entail when trying these supplements, even though majority of these supplements are natural and most of them are precursors for things that our body naturally already make, antioxidants like glutathione. It can still mess with you. It's not for everyone. So, starting with NAC, for some people, it causes apathy. Apathy is basically, I can best describe it as almost a feeling of like really not caring. A lot of people, and like I went through a lot of like just different forums and even Reddit, people talking about like when they discovered that it affected them like this, because like not everyone has this problem, but it can just make you feel like almost you're in like a fog or you are almost depressed. Like you don't care anymore, anything could happen. And yeah, you're just like not yourself. It's almost like you're just, I don't want to say like a robot almost. It's also not good for people who have schizophrenia or a history of it in your family. With that being said, it can help people who have bipolar disorder, which is funny, and Alzheimer's. So it's like we have basically one spectrum where it can help, and then another that it could actually hurt. And sadly, you don't know which one you're going to be until you're taking it. So, one thing I would say is that I would kind of take it closer to night. Just with all of my research into it, I would take it closer to night and just watch yourself over the next few weeks. One of the worrying things that I found was that people who did have an issue with it, basically it took a couple months after they stopped using it for them to completely go back to normal. So just know that even if you have a problem with one of these supplements, it might take your body a while to adjust back to what you were before you started taking it. Um, some more things that we're finding out is that a lot of people are basically they need to like supplement methylfolate. A lot of our like breads and just snacks, packaged goods have folate in them, but it's not methylfolate. It's one that a lot of us cannot process, and it's causing issues with our body. It'll cause issues with your energy levels, your mood, even your skin. One of the things that I saw when I looked into it was that there is testing that you can take to see that if you have the gene that just makes you not able to process it. Because it's funny how, like, everything we eat has folic acid added to it. Well, if you have this gene, which a lot of people do, and they're finding it out now, then you can't process it, and it's basically having adverse reactions in your body. So it just goes back to like a lot of people just having issues with like a lot of the food that they're eating. Oh, and when you are not able to process it, then obviously you need to supplement with methylfolate. It does help boost your glutathione. It is one it's kind of a coenzyme that helps for the glutathione precursors. So it is really important. One of the other things that it can, I guess, hurt you from absorbing is vitamin B6, which I actually started taking vitamin B6 and B12 like 2 months ago, and ugh, I have to make a video on the side effects because even though there are side effects, like I'm not gonna stop taking it just because I guess the good outweighs the bad. But this is another one of those things where you may need to up your B6 and your B12, which also helps you with growing out your hair, because these can also help boost your glutathione naturally. So, all of these things, the more research, the more people that I'm coming across, and just stuff that I'm figuring out, is that when it comes to glutathione, while supplementing it is great, if you can naturally boost it in your body by taking precursors, a lot of these precursors are more bioavailable, and they actually, it just works way faster if you're able to take precursors as well. So thankfully, like B6, B12, these are not expensive. These are not nearly as expensive as taking an acetylglutathione or liposomal glutathione or a glutathione IV, but they're all things that I definitely would be interested in taking. If you can take NAC, then obviously NAC is another one, but just going and getting glutathione and taking it with vitamin C, while it will help, and we've figured out that with rectal syringes, it helps obviously get it into our blood, but you may not have to do all of that if you're taking these precursors. And at first, like when I was first doing this, and I guess like year one, when I was more strict with myself, like I kind of just was like, oh, the precursors, they don't really matter. But now, just over the years, even though I'm not actively taking glutathione right now, when I do start taking it, I'm going to be focusing more on precursors, just because I'm seeing that the science is more behind that boosting it in your skin, and that's why some people are getting way faster results than others. And so far, there isn't like one like multivitamin that you can take. The problem with that is that it's just like not enough of all of these vitamins that you need. So it's like, while it's helpful, you have to just like take more of that vitamin to actually see a difference. If you guys are interested in the vitamin B that I'm taking, it's like a complex, and it also has methylfolate to boost my glutathione. I'll have that in a link, but I've been taking it for 2 months. I'm not going to stop taking it. I don't take the full dose of 2 pills just because it is kind of strong. But even taking one alone, I've already seen huge changes, just not only in like my energy, my mood, but also in my skin, in the growth of my hair. Oh my gosh, I'm having to dye my hair way more. Also, it's stronger. It's stronger. I'm having less breakage. So I don't know. All of those vitamin Bs help with that, but also a lot of them are skin vitamins. This video is getting kind of long, so I think I'm going to end it here, but I just want to get that out there, that there's a lot more stuff coming out about using this, and I'll go over some of like the risks with glutathione, and just even being on the skincare journey. So before you go into it, you will kind of know what to expect, and just not only the short-term side effects, because I feel like with all my videos, I've went over those a lot, but we have to go over like the long-term side effects, because yeah, we're getting more science, more people are doing research on it, and the game is definitely changing. I would say changing for the better, because like now we have just more knowledge than we did even 2 years ago.